What you got? We got internet sensation looking in the house.
Hello, everyone. If you're watching the playback, I'm just going to wait for a couple people to get into the chat, and then we will get started. So I have been on vacation this week, and I have been playing and doing different things. Hello, Carla. Did you get your book, dear? I always worry about whether things get there in the mail because, you know, how the mail can be. Hi, Christina. Hi, Maria. Hi, Laurel. Laurel, I'm going to put you on as a moderator, if you don't mind, if I can get to it to do it here. I don't know if that worked or not. I just have the YouTube video. I'm not actually watching it on YouTube. Okay. So I have been playing with different things. I was on Google Hangouts one night with Jan pretty much all night long, and her and I made this new thing. It's called a matchbook journal, and I want to show you those. But this is what I've done this afternoon is Franken pages. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Journey. Is it Natasha? Is that your name? Hi, Maggie. I'm really bad with names. So I'm making like my book covers that I use. This one I made a new cover and I made it a little bit too small, but it's mine. So, you know, it don't matter. All right, I got it right. So I'm making these covers like I use for my journal inserts. And I was going to show them to you. Thank you. I have this drawer that holds all my journals, so I don't lose them. Okay, so that's the first one. And this is just literally everything in this was made from my scrap bin. Maybe my glasses. This one, there's this dictionary page, just different scrap bin papers. This has a picture from the book The Wind in the Willows. And this one is part of the story from The Wind in the Willows. Hags Hollow. I'm not sure of your name, but hello. And yeah, more scraps. This one's one of my favorites, but I messed up my sewing. I was watching Brooke, and I turned my head and went, crazy, right? This one is copy of some old vintage book page with the flowers on it. Hi, Erin. Okay, hi, Amy. And then this last one. This is paper pad from Hobby Lobby. It's that real thin paper that you can use without binding everything up. So I'm thinking about scanning these and putting them up in my Etsy store if anybody would print them out. What do y'all think? Because I had fun making them and I think they turned out pretty. All right, and then this is the things made. All right, thank you, Carla. All right, so this is my matchbook journals. The top of it looks like a matchbook. And they're so super easy and super quick to make. This one just has like the document. Oops, and out of screen. The document button thing at the top. Hi, Crafty Michelle. And then inside, there's literally just one pocket on the front signature, one pocket on the back. So they're like completely naked, if you will. And then in the middle, if you wanted to, you could still sew something in here. But it will also allow your journal to expand as you fill it full. and still be able to close. So you get that extra space in there. So that one says wild and free and take me to the mountains. And this is from this paper pad. And I just threw on the floor. Surprise, surprise. It's this one. It's called Peaceful Breeze from Michael's Hot Buy Paper. Thank you, Amy. Hey, Popo. So that one, I love this one. I love how it turned out with this closure. It's like one of my favorite closures. And then this one is the first one I did. Oh, I got stupid autofocus. Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of the autofocus. That autofocus is going to be the death of me. Okay. This one has magnetic closure. Pretty butterfly on the front. And it says choose happiness on the back. Yes. And then this flips open. And this one, it has the pocket on the front, the pocket on the back. And then it's, again, the expandable matchbook spine. This one I did put a couple little text spots just on the front and back of each signature. Hey, Laura. So I will tell you, if you decide to make these, this is made out of one 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut at 5 inches. And then the scoring, I have a video actually recorded for it, but I want to post these in my Etsy store. You do need the heavier cardstock, like the 110 pound. Because I did this black one and it was only 65 pound and it is not sturdy enough. So it doesn't want to hold its weight. It's just really floppy, but it's very pretty. So I will keep this one for myself. I won't sell something like that, but I think it turned out cute. But that is, and once I do the tutorial, I'm just going to tuck this way instead of tying it. You'll see what I mean. And then the last one is just ribbon wrapped around it. Love never ends. And then there's a rose on the back. And then inside. And all the papers that I matted it with came from that paper pad I've already forgotten the name of. So that's my new idea. Whoa. And this one I had tied like a package, but I can't seem to get it back that way. The tiny paper, yeah, is so pretty. It's silver foiled, which I really love. I'm not a big gold foiled person, so. Okay. So tonight, though, enough of what I've done, we are going to make some of these. Because I have used all of my stash. So I have this old dictionary that I bought for $1. And it is from, let's see, 1963. Hey, Sandra. So we're just going to grab a couple pages out of here. I try to get the ones that don't have a lot of pictures on them. I like to save those for other things. Looks like we're going to get more than a couple. There we go. So, start with that. We've got 4. Do we have 4 here? Okay. So we are going to glue them together. And for that, I'm using a glue stick. Sorry, I had to get a piece of paper to put under the glue. And I'm using the Craft and Bond. Because this paper is so thin, you have to do 2 layers. I'm not a professional gluer. I need lessons from Laura. Glue sticks usually annoy the heck out of me, but this does work pretty good for this. It was super sticky. Okay. So we're going to glue that down. So has everybody been crafting? I was watching Brooke earlier. I was watching Laura earlier. Who else was I watching? I don't know. Been a little bit of everywhere today. It's my last day of vacation, sadly. Okay, so that one's glued. We'll let it dry while we glue the other one. Once we glue it, we'll trim it. Hi, Cheryl. Wow, I ripped it. See what I mean about being really, really weak. Thin paper. So you have to have the 2 layers. When you can pull them out and they're stuck together, it makes it so easier, much easier to line them up. I was running late tonight. I was helping my daughter make rice. She was making her some chicken and rice. I get this paper from work. I use it to put my stickers on. So cool. You can peel them back off. So I need my cutter. Yes, ginger, no, garlic, honey, chicken, and mushrooms and spinach and red pepper flakes. I don't know. She makes up her own recipe. She eats a lot of rice now because she's gluten-free. So. My trash can. It does. It smells delicious. I didn't taste it because I had leftover pizza. Leftover homemade pizza, that is.
It's kind of spicy though.
She said it's spicy, so that would leave me out. I'm not a spicy person. Okay.
I might give the extra to Eva because she likes spicy.
So we have those trimmed. I'm sorry if there's a glare. Okay, so we're going to fold it. And it doesn't matter where you fold it. It just depends on how large of a flap you want on the top of your envelope. And do you hear talking in the background? Dan and Ashley are chatting over on the couch. So. Hi, Kilborn's Creations. Okay, so then we have some napkin. Let's see where I put it at. Get a hold of them. What to do is going to be in the blue colors. So I think this, I don't think we want the instructions for the recipe, but we want the blue roses. And I'm sure everybody's seen this trick. Actually, I have one out. where you take the Scotch tape to pull your layers apart. Trying to keep up with chat, but I'm not the best at it. So. Okay. Then I use a water brush, wherever it went to get the piece of the napkin out that I want. Because out of this, I don't want the whole thing blue. So if you can see what I'm doing, I just start a water line and kind of make it give a little bit of all the color. And it will make your napkin tear where you want it to tear instead of where it wants to tear. Get the excess water off my mat. So we're going to put this down here because I'm not gluing it yet because I want to sew eventually around the napkin. And I'm just going to use a little bit of the glue stick to put my napkin down with. Laurel, thank you for being a moderator. I didn't know if any of my other mods would be in the chat tonight. So you never know when the trolls will show up. Nothing like coming in the chat and getting assigned duties. Okay, so that'll close. And then over here, we're going to put it on the opposite direction. Hi, Lauren. Now, Lauren, are you the one that is from Marietta or outside of Marietta or something like that? I have no memory. Okay. I was thinking that when you were commenting on my haul from Pat Catan's, but then I'm thinking, nah, I'm wrong. This one I'm going to cut. Maybe. The fan's blowing my napkin around. It's too warm to be without it. At least for this chick. Thank you. I don't remember where I got those at. Somebody sent them to me in Happy Meal at some point, but my brain is not good enough to remember all that. Oops. I'm going to put a little more because it tore. That wouldn't be good. I always put water on it. I love napkins. I have a huge box of napkins. I've been thinking about splitting some of them up and putting them in my Etsy store as well. Just because I have so many. I want to do a journal in dark blues. I haven't done one of those yet. Okay. The first one while we fold the second. And sorry, trying to get that shadow or glare off of my desktop. Oh, you're good, Lauren. I'm usually typing the wrong thing. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to get just the top part of this. I want more of the lighter color. Not that I won't use it. Yeah, I'm horrible with the amount of napkins I have. I have two that I bought from not napkins, hanky type things that I bought from Patty Lang that are made out of rice paper. And I take them out and I look at them and I put them back. I take them out, I look at them and put them back because they're so gorgeous. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit wider than the first, but that's okay. I hate autocorrect. Autocorrect is my enemy. Put this back down for a minute because this is going to be wider. Wrong end of the glue stick. My husband's laughing at me. I was trying to pull the bottom end off. Don't follow Kat's instructions. You will take off the wrong end. Thank you, Laurel. Okay. And I hope my internet doesn't buffer tonight. It's been giving me fits all week. Hi, Margie. I'm sorry if I missed you. Here we go. Okay. There's always a way to fix it. Yeah. I've even gotten them at the store and came home and opened them up and they were already a plastic stick, which irritates me to no end. I used this stuff on the one I showed you, but I forgot to wash my brush and ruined my brush. So I decided I'd do a glue stick tonight. Okay. And these are going to be envelopes that you're not actually going to attach to a page. They'll be made to tuck into a spot. So, excuse me. Let's see. What roses do we want? I'm having issues tonight. This one's going to be a little bit too long, but we will make it work. I just love the way the water makes it tear. You're not late, Rebecca. I was late, but you're fine. You are fine. Oh, right there. Rebecca is one of my buddies that I swap with a lot. She's the one that made that awesome altered loaded bag that I showed on a video a while back. So cool. It's making my fingers blue. I'm going to pull this around to the back side. She doesn't have a YouTube, but she should because she's that good. Okay. Messed that up pretty good. I've been to the Trader Days near Buffalo. I picked up some of the old books and paper and some books and covers for 25 cents. Oh, wow. That's a good deal. I went to Lucasville last fall and bought a huge box of wooden stamps and about 15 Reader's Digest for $1 a piece, which I thought was good. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm always doing something, right or wrong. I'm always doing it. Need a word. So this is my little box of words that I've cut out so far. Let's see. I think that will look cute up there. There. And I have a thing about no, wrong color blue. Nope, like that either. Okay, what else can we use? Thank you, Laura. Have a good night. I also got that dictionary that I pulled these pages out. It was at another flea market on the way home, and I don't know. I just came back with a whole bunch of stuff. My husband was looking at me like, "Oh my god!" I love. He did. He looked at me like, "Oh my god, Ash, what are you gonna do with all those?" So I now have like 6 drawers full of stamps and a whole 2 shelves on the wall of them. Yeah.
I thought it was just like the shelves in the box.
But I couldn't pass them up for the price. The lady offered me all of them in the box for $20. 70 some stamps. Yeah, I love flea markets too. I wanted to go back to Lucasville. It's in Lucasville, Ohio. It's what day is it? June 8th, 7th and 8th. But I have to work because my helper is off. So. Okay, yeah, it is huge. It's like if you've ever been to a county fair, it's like the entire fairgrounds is all flea market. Thank you, Cheryl. I need some ribbon or lace or something. Something to break up some of the color. Okay. Oh. That will be cute along the bottom.
These babies, they're not for you. You can't have the babies.
I will use a little bit of Fabri-Tac. Well, it's not Fabri-Tac, it's Beacon 3-in-1. It's cheaper. It doesn't have quite as strong an odor as Fabri-Tac, I don't think. It still gives me a headache, so I use it very sparingly, but the art glitter glue will hold it. You just have to hold it down longer to get it to hold it. I don't think it has as much smell. Maybe it's just my brain telling me it doesn't have as much smell, Kat. Justifying. Okay. If someone would tell me what I did with my thing of lace that I have here at the house, that's like little flower cutouts, I'd be eternally grateful. So I can't find them. Same thing, different man. Okay. I really don't have any idea where they went to. I can't never find my stuff. And every time I try to clean up, I lose more things. Those are my little flowers. The mean took it. That's funny. All right, let's see. It's not like, I don't have anything. It's just everywhere. I love these Ziploc containers because they stack. I was watching somebody's craft room tour today, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. The little gremlins. My dog probably ate it. Or my dogs. She likes to chew on material. My beagle does. Got at Pat Catan's for 20 cents. Just want something different. So once you sew around these, and I've got to change my thread in my sewing machine, so I don't know if I'll sew them on camera because I don't think y'all want to hear me doing that. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Yes, 49 Dragonflies has an awesome setup. I wanted one of those craft spaces for a long time, but thank you, Dawn. I don't know if it would even stand up in my little short house. Let's see. I like the ribbon on here, or the lace ribbon, whatever you want to call it. So organized. It was like, oh my goodness, I'd never lose anything again. My husband just laughed at that. Can you imagine? Okay, we're going to let that dry and work on this one for a minute. That's cute. I have over half of the living room pretty much now. And it just keeps growing. We need a butterfly on this one. I asked Tina to make me some butterflies that are with shades of pink. Just little shades of pink. Not bright pink, though. There's a little bit of blue in it. I think that's the wrong color blue. Laurel, you knew I had to bring out a butterfly, right? Let's see. Oh, it feels like there's two of them there for some reason. We need a word. I think I want the word laugh on here because we all need more laughter. God knows I do. Oh, yeah, I cut out, this is from a paper pad. I've forgotten the name, but Crafty Artist Stew, she sent me 3 pages of it because it was like my favorite paper ever. That might look cute on there. Myself some spice. Tammy, what's wrong? Did I miss something? Let's put that. No, I don't like that 6 on there. I fussy cut butterflies. If I can find nothing else to do, or I don't have any crafty mojo, I just sit and fussy cut butterflies because they make me happy. Yeah, I like that better. I want to find my glue. Oh no, toothache. That's not good. I'm sorry. I hate toothaches. It depends on what I'm fussy cutting, how well I do it. As long as I leave, I'm nowhere near perfect, that's for sure, but that might be why my name's Perfectly Imperfect. I just happen to love butterflies. Ooh, a butterfly treasure box. Butterfly treasure box sounds amazing. I just got that all over me. I saw someone had a book today. Thank you, Tammy. Hope it feels better soon. Need a little bit of glue when you're here. My last toothache I ended up having to have pulled. It was a wisdom tooth. It cracked and broke, and it was awful. Okay, need something else. What do we want? You're fine. Let's make a different one. How about that? You want to make a different one? Let's make a different kind of pocket. I love this dictionary. I love the feel of the paper. Okay. So let's glue this one real quick. I think if I put any kind of really wet glue on here, it would just be too much for this piece of paper. So, until you double it anyway. Okay. This one we're going to do a little bit different. The technique with. Well, I glued that crooked. Okay. So we're going to cut this down to size. Excuse me. Even with the text block. And then we're going to actually fold this in thirds. Well, pretty much thirds anyway. A little bit of a overhang here. I did make another book for myself that I will show it to you in a moment, that I am using as a YouTube for like pockets and stuff that I create. So I can remember and go back and look at them and say, oh, okay, that's how I did that. Because I have no memory. Let's see, the wet glue, I just stuck the needle here. Yeah, like an idea. I saw Brooke doing it. She was using a like an actual book that she had. But my favorite thing in the world is Snoopy on butterflies. And so I just made the book, and like that's the specifications for my matchbook journal, how I make my coin envelopes. These are like Patricia pockets that I've found. I just thought it was a really neat idea of a place to keep things that you've made. This was the tea bag that I made. Some of them I'm like, what was I making? I don't remember. Just different things. This is my idea book that I just was just showing them what I made. And then this is my newest pocket. It flips out. It has a tuck spot pocket in there. If you don't glue it down, you can put one there. And then there's one here. Well, I was doing that and I would lose things. So like this just worked out easy for me. And one that I had fell apart. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hi, Anna. And then this fabric, you know, it's Snoopy. So how can you go wrong? And I've never done this type of binding with the elastics before. So that took me a little while to figure out. I think I need stronger elastic, and then I just poked a hole and put elastic around it to hold it shut. And I can add pockets to it as I go or whatever. Yeah, I love Snoopy. So that way I'm like, I know where everything's at because it's in the Snoopy book. My cookbook is an old Snoopy album that I converted into a cookbook. Okay, so then we are going to fold this to the back side because I don't want it on the front. Need my bone folder back to the pockets I was making. And I will do a project share or post them on Instagram after I do the sewing. Because like I said, I've got to change my thread. And yeah, that usually irritates me because I can never see the space. Hi, Tanya. So this pocket, and I could have taken all that out and had less bulk, but yeah. Okay. There's Brookie. All right. So now we will decorate this. Ripped. We will fix that with a piece of washi tape. Actually, I'm going to put a piece over this to make sure that stays down, and then I'll fix the little spot where it ripped. Because that, like I said, that paper is very fragile from that old dictionary. And since that's going to be glued, you're not ever going to see it anyway. So now we need some paper to, this is my, part of my scraps. It keeps growing. When I look for things, I'm like, what can we use? Maybe that. I keep things and then I'm like, when did I even keep that for? This is cool. This is from Antique Papery. It's called it's a dictionary page collection she did. So I may use some of that. I'm not sure. We'll get some ideas out here. Just like everything just finds its way into this. There's some tea-dyed paper. Oh, that would go. Let's do that. Okay. Since we're going to make a blue journal, I love Lucy, huh? Okay. Let's cut a strip of this. Let's get about there. See, I have no precision in my life. I just cut and paste and cut and paste. And then pencil. Who did I miss? Hi, Joe P. If I've missed anybody, I apologize. I get to paying attention to what I'm doing, and I don't realize who I've missed. So we're going to angle that there. That will be cute. We're going to tame down some of these words with some of this. That'll look cool. And I need something. Have at it. I can't remember your name. I'm not. I did good today. I remembered 2 names. Probably my limit. Okay, so let's put some of that there. Okay, Joe. Thank you. I'm sorry. I will remember everybody's name at some point. I actually started a cheat sheet, and then I don't know where I put it. Imagine that. I have no idea. Maybe I need to add that to that Snoopy journal so I can find things. I need some pink. Some pink paper. Okay, then I don't feel alone. Everybody tells me they don't remember names either. Is that too pink? We can tone it down with some ink. It is hard. It is hard to remember names. I do well some days to remember mine. My brain right now is thinking, you got to go to work tomorrow.
Gotta have some on to call him. What's his name?
Yeah, I was. My husband just said half the time I call him, "What's his name?" And that's a big joke because I was at work one day, and my one of my coworkers says the phone's for you, and I answered it, and it was Dan. I talked to him, and I got off the phone, and she says, "I didn't recognize that voice. Who was that?" I said, "Oh, it was what's his name," because I couldn't remember my husband's name at the moment. She asked. How crazy is that? So he's become what's his name? Yeah, it is. It is. So he became what's his name, and then he called again months later, and the same lady answered the phone, and she says, "Kat, it's for you." And I'm like, "Who is it?" She goes, "It's a man with a gruffly voice." She had no idea who he was. So he's been called a little bit of everything. So, okay. I'm going to add some antique linen to this page. I mean, it's antiqued already, but just a little more. So it's a good thing my husband has a good sense of humor, because otherwise he'd probably be like, it's me out to the doghouse. And I can't just have antique linen. Here comes the vintage photo. I'm telling you, I'm in love with these brushes. They are so cool because the ink goes on so smooth. It's amazing. You know, we're going to have to go back and ink up those other 2 pages, pockets we did. I'm not sure I'm liking this one. But if you add enough stuff, a craft supply you don't have. Yes, Brooke. These are, I don't have the box anymore, but they came from Amazon. They were $6.99. You get 6 of them. I think it's 6. Five of them. They are actually makeup brushes, and they're super, super soft. I absolutely love them. If I want a real grungy look, I'll still use my Tim Holtz. They are made for actual applying your makeup to your face, so I don't wear makeup. I think they actually have some that they have made now for crafting, but you know, for $6.99 for 5 brushes, everywhere I've seen them, this one brush was been like $10.99. I will try to put the link. Let me see if I can grab the link in a minute. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. My internet's too slow to load it. But yeah, they were like $6.99, and they're made by, there we go, there's the name, JPNK makeup brushes. I wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup in years. it started making my face itch and was driving me crazy. So I was like, you know what? I don't need it. You get what you see when it comes to me. That's my rose box that I just had out there. So let's ink up the sides of it a little bit. And you can take your ink and put it down onto your glass mat or whatever and just basically scoop it, for lack of a better word. Tsunami Rose. Oh, did she have these too? She's been coming on at such a different time that I'm either making dinner, I'm still at work, or have just gotten to work. So I basically get to go in and say hi and bye. So got a rose there now. Let's do another word or a butterfly. See, I really want kind of like that. What do you think, girls? That or that one's too. One's too light. Waiting in line at the Amazon checkout. It's funny. I think I like this butterfly with the sand pink flowers. Okay. Let's do some foam dots. Oh, thank you, Laurel. I didn't want to go and be letting it search things and end up buffering and losing the thread. So my feed rather. I'm going to pop up this little butterfly. Thank you, Laurel. Thumbs up. I do appreciate thumbs up. I do appreciate everybody that's here. It's been amazing the last couple weeks. How many people's been here? Don't touch the buttons. Yeah, I'm not. When you have the internet I have, you're very careful of what you do and don't get that too close to. Good thing I didn't stick it down too close to the opening of my pocket. Okay. So then if we make a tag, let's just grab something to use as a tag. We'll stick in and out of that pocket, and if you don't sew it down, it can go that way on the page. Yeah, the tiny one looks like a little electric toothbrush, but it makes some really neat marks on your journaling cards and stuff. So let's put the lid on that before it dries out. I'm kind of depressed that everywhere I go to look for the regular distress ink, all anybody's carrying is the oxides. And I like the oxides, but for inking the pages, I like just regular distress ink. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I just, yeah, I don't like the fact that they did that. So here's what I mean when I said you could put it down on your mat. I just took some right there. And then when I go across, I can just keep pulling it. Oh, good. I'm glad you got them. Okay. really surprised they came that fast. I just mailed them Thursday. Scrapbook Exo Saturday here in Orlando. Oh, Don, I'm jealous. Thank you. I go to work and I'm sitting out the whole time I'm at work. I'm looking at the papers that I'm supposed to be checking for invoices going, oh, well, if I fold it this way, I can make this. If I fold it that way, I can do that. If I had some ink, I could make it look better. Can you imagine my boss if I sent her invoices that were inked up? I'm like, what did you do to those things? Okay. This bottom piece. But it keeps wanting to roll over. All right. That looks much better inked. Now I could use brown on it. Yes, I do the same thing. The same thing. Isn't that crazy? You never, once you start crafting, you never look at anything the same again. It all takes on a new life. And you're like, ooh. Yeah, I was contemplating buying a blouse the other day that I saw online, even though it wasn't my size. So I could rip it up and use it as a book cover. And it was in one of those like marketplace things on Facebook in my area. You have 2 of everything. I am so blessed that my husband likes to take me wherever I want to go within reason. And I'll be shopping, but he's shopping too, and he'll come carrying things. And can you use this? Can you use this one? Can you use that? I'm like, it's awesome. To Little Rock. Okay, we need to get the sides here that I'm going to see. What is a topper shopper? Am I reading that right? Yeah. Well, my husband told me is because as long as I'm happy, he's happy. So I caught a good man. Oh, Walmart has them in purple. That's awesome, Laurel. I'm gathering things, Laurel, for a purple journal. They are hard to find. They are very hard to find. I waited for mine, though. We got married when I was 26. Yeah, a lot of people marry right out of high school, but I waited till I was 26, and we waited until I was 20, almost 27. So I was 26, and then got married when Ashley when I was 29, almost 29. So, and she's 20 now. Yeah, feel old. You didn't meet till you was 44. It is. I see so many women who have so much trouble with their husbands, and I'm like standing back thinking, thank you, Lord. Yeah, I made one purple one for for Jamie for her mom, but this one it's going to be different. Married when you were 30. My best friend from high school married. We graduated the first part of June, and she was married by the end of June. And I have 3 kids. And I got married September 10th of 95. And she got divorced December of 95. And night and day on how we both behave now. We're still friends, but we don't see each other very often. But she's been married twice now. This one she met when she was, I'd say 35. Maybe closer to 40. And they're very happily married now, thank Lord. Okay, so what do you think? This is the 4. This one is my inspiration one that I made. And these are the 2 I've made tonight. I think I need something else on them, though. I'm contemplating. The blue is throwing me off because I'm not with the dark blues. Thank you. I'm so used to the vintage and the pinks and that kind of thing that the blue is like, Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. You got married in 94, Dawn? Yes, keep enjoying this adventure. My best friend's grandma used to tell me that it's not about how long your journey makes, it's how much you give your journey. So your journey could be 21 years or it could be 81 years. It's how much you put into those years that you have. That makes it all worthwhile. You love the blue? The blue is totally out of my wheelhouse. You have people to torture. That's a good thing. Some of us like to be tortured. So I had something else I was going to show y'all, but oh, here it is. This was I showed you the mock-up in my Snoopy book. So this is how it goes. I just didn't put the pocket on the front of this one, but I put a little mini envelope on there. See, this is my wheelhouse. These are my colors. Same old ball and chain, married 39 years. Yeah, my mom and dad were married 60 years. They met when they were 16 and 18 and married when they were 17 and 19. So, all right, everybody. I told my daughter I wouldn't keep the internet too long. She's home for the summer, so my lives will probably be a little shorter unless she's gone for the day. Because if you don't have good internet, you kind of have to share it. So. Parents were married 21 years. Yeah. My husband's parents were married at like 40 or 50. You're welcome. Mama passed when she was 77. Daddy passed when he was 86. So it was a long span for him. To have loved and lived with somebody for 60 years and then have more time without them, that is, wow. You see how depressed they can get and how depressed I would get. Dan and I have only been married 24 years. Thank you, Holly. You are so welcome, Erin. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I have so much fun doing it. I hope I don't get too boring for y'all. Sometimes it's like, am I just don't have a story to tell? But I think we all do. Thank you all for coming to the live, and hopefully next week I will have a flash giveaway. So I love doing flash giveaways. I like to make people smile. Did you like your book? Did you open it, Carla? All right, I'm glad. I don't know, does anybody else ever worried about that? Like, are you boring the heck out of people? Thank you so much. Well, I like to just surprise giveaways, but I also like to sometimes let my friends know that so they can come and see and try to win. You looked at it 6 times. Okay. And that's the other thing. I always worry when someone else gets something that I have made, like, are they going to love it as much as I did? So anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. Crazy peeps keep coming back. If you would have saw me doing my very first live video, I was probably sitting here and sweating buckets because I was like, oh my God, these people are in real time. What am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? Who am I going to say? And I went so fast that when I went back and looked at my live, I was like, you're talking so fast. None of these people could understand you. So I've come a long way. All right. Have a great evening. Thank you all. I'm going to get this to type. Bye.